Today I am tying a Crazy Charlie. It's a great fly for bonefish. It's supposed to mimic a shrimp, but kind of abstract. So the hook I'm using today is a Gamakatsu SL45 in size 6. The thread I'm using is Danville's 210 flat waxed. We want to build a little bit of a thread base here, and then I'm using black eyes. You want to set them back just a little bit. You need some room in the front to work. Plus this will give it, instead of a jigging action, will be more of a kind of just a flat sink, which is more desired with this fly, at least for me. I always add a bit of super glue to that. And next we're going to add some of this D-rib. And then some of this flashaboo. This is the saltwater sized flashaboo. And if you have a rotary vise, this will make life a lot easier for you. Wrap this on nice and tight. You want these to be very touching wraps, almost overlapping. You really want this to be very shiny. And then we're going to do the same thing with the D-wrap right over top. That first couple wraps there can be a little difficult. Now I've got a very fine D-wrap. You can do the thicker stuff. In fact, some people even use like mono. Next, we're going to clip a fair-sized chunk of calf tail. I'm tying this today in a tan color, and clean out the bottom. You just want to strip off the extra fibers down there. Then we measure out our tail. I clip this off almost on an angle. You can always bring up and around like this, and sometimes that will help raise that up higher. This is like an orangey color crystal flash, and I have a light orange. I think this matches this fly, this brown, perfectly. Put 2 strands on either side. You want to match up the tips. You want to try to make sure that they're aligned almost the same direction. Some people will just rotate that around and tie it on the other side. I find I have a little more control. I can put those down where I want them. If I do one side, then the other. Make those about the same length. Generally actually like building a nice larger head, and since this is a flat thread, I'm detwisting it right now to make it actually flat so it'll go on a little smoother. smoothen up that head a little bit. Do a whip finish. And some people will put super glue over that. I personally like this bone dry formula by Solarez. That's how I do most of my epoxy heads. Just to assure everything's on there nice and good, I'll put a liberal amount of epoxy over the eyes there. And then you come in and cure this. I like adding stripes, almost like a shrimp would have.